Hello everyone, I'm so excited because today we are releasing a brand new coloring book. It is simple, it's easy, it's cute and charming. It's going to inspire you creatively. I'm going to tell you why I created it, and we're going to do some coloring in it. We're also going to do a walkthrough so you can see every page in the new coloring book. I hope you're as excited as I am. Let's get started with Simple Bliss Spring Garden. The first thing I want to do is a flip through so that you can see all 25 pages, all 100 easy, charming little illustrations that we've created for you. And while we do the flip through, I'll read from the introduction so you can understand my vision for this book. Welcome to Simple Bliss Volume 1 Spring Garden. This collection of 100 simply charming illustrations has been created for you. It is a place to explore your creativity and have fun without any creative pressure. Do you ever feel a strong desire to color, but a lack of motivation to start a new coloring page? Maybe the thought of committing your time and effort to an extremely detailed full page that requires a color scheme, a light source, and many hours of tedious work sounds overwhelming. Maybe it's time for something simple and charming that allows for freedom of expression without a huge time commitment. Ways to use this book. Test out your new art tools. Experiment with mixed media. Try a new texture technique. Practice different background ideas. Play with a new color scheme. Fearlessly color knowing you're not committed to a large, complicated page. Your finished illustrations can be cut out and used as ephemera on a card or collage, given as a gift, or simply saved as a reminder of your creative time. Each of these 100 illustrations were hand-drawn exclusively for Coloring Bliss by artist Anastasia. We assigned her the theme, and we are so excited and proud of this book. I hope you enjoyed that flip through. I know I was smiling throughout the whole thing because these illustrations just make me happy and make me want to color. I'm so excited, and I hope you are too. Now, if you've never seen one of our coloring books before, you're in for a treat. We make premium artist grade coloring books with the best paper. Steve and I are very proud of the product that we produce for you. So let me walk you through some of the features. First, you're going to notice the spiral bound, and it's at the top, so it's good for left or right-handed. At the back of the book, we have a chipboard that gives the book stability, sturdiness, protects the edges of the page of the book. It's so great to have that there. Now, the next thing I love about the books here at Coloring Bliss is that we let you choose the paper. And for my book, I picked mixed media paper because I wanted to be able to do a mix of media. And let me show you some little facts and figures about my paper for my book. This is the mixed media paper. And look at this. It's 100 pound or 271 GSM. That's like the thickest paper that you can get for a coloring book. It's amazing paper. It has a light texture. It's acid free and bright white. It's going to be so fun to work on with markers, colored pencils, gel pens, acrylic markers, you name it, I can use it in this book. Now, let's say you are a color pencil artist, though, and that you would like all the illustrations just for color pencil. Well, we have a premium paper for color pencil. We also have a premium paper for alcohol markers. And then we have specialty papers, and that's so cool that we offer watercolor paper, tan paper, and black paper that you can have these all printed on. It's your choice. You get to come on over to Coloring Bliss and build your book. Now, another feature about this book that is really important to me is that when we hired our Coloring Bliss artist, Anastasia, we gave her the exact dimensions of each section on the pages and asked her to create the illustration to fit this. Now, what's important about that? The cool thing is it's not a large illustration that we then shrank down to fit to a page. That would result in teeny tiny little details that are almost impossible to color. Because of the way Anastasia drew these for us, the details are just right. Not too many details and not too small of spaces, but we still have areas that are bigger that we can color and play around in. It's so awesome. Look at that little frog. Oh my goodness, I want to color it. I've got Steve here. He is my business partner and husband, and he's been working hard on getting these books all laid out. And one of the things I love that you did, Steve, is that you added page numbers. And they're just teeny tiny, very subtle little page numbers that you can see there. And I love it because it's going to be great for when I do like live coloring.
Right.
I can say flip to page 8, we're going to color, let's say flip to page 13, we're going to color this adorable fox today. So I love that you did that. Thank you, Steve.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Now,
the other thing I noticed when you were flipping through is how we had to turn some of them because they were landscape.
some of them are landscape. Let me show you what he's talking about. Like this page, number 18, we made it so that all the landscape images were together, not so that there were some that were portrait and some that were landscape. That way the page as a whole looks really cohesive and pretty. So
And it maximizes the size of the
so we get a nice big snail rather than a small little stout snail.
That snail's so cute.
So
Reminds me
cute.
of Gary from SpongeBob.
From SpongeBob, yeah. Okay, another thing that we did when we created this book, I wanted a line through the page like that to divide each illustration into its own little quadrant, because I don't want you to feel like you have to sit down and color all 4 images when you have your moment to create. I want you to feel like each one is its own individual page. So I love that. It also gives you a place that if you want to practice backgrounds on just this specific illustration, you can tape off that area and you know exactly where to tape to get it halfway through the page. Love it. Takes all the guesswork away. In fact, the coloring I'm going to do today, I think I'm going to do that so I can add a background. I'm really excited to color. Okay, so that was also important to me, was adding white space around each illustration so that you can play around with backgrounds if you want to. And it also allows you to fussy cut these little images out if you want to add them to a card you're making. And this little baby goat be so cute on a little card. Oh, so charming. These are just so simple and easy and charming, and I hope you're inspired by this book. All right, let's talk prices for this book now. And let me tell you, there are 3 different ways you can get your hands on this book. Now, the first one is to get it printed like this on our artist grade, high quality papers that you get to choose the type of paper. I'm so excited for you to get this quality of paper in your hands. Now, this book right here is only $26.49. That would include either the mixed media paper, the color pencil paper, or the marker paper. You can choose between those 3 papers. If you want one of our specialty papers, which would be watercolor paper, black paper, or tan paper, there's a little additional cost. It brings the price up to $33.99. Now, I've got a way to get a discount on that, so hang on there just for a minute more and I'll tell you about the discount. The second way you can get your hands on this book is as a digital version, and this is what I recommend for any of our wonderful international colorists. If you are in Canada or in Australia or anywhere outside of the US, it can be really pricey to ship our books to you. So I recommend getting the digital version and printing it out on your own high quality paper. That digital version is only $16.99. I'm really excited that I get to offer that to you. Now, the third and final way you can get this book is as a digital version for free. And all you have to do is become a member of the Coloring Academy. That's only $15 a month and you get this whole book for free. That's cheaper than buying the digital version. And you get a whole bunch of other bonuses, including discounts. So this is how you get a discount on a printed or the digital version, is you become a member of Coloring Bliss. We have 2 levels you can choose from. We have our colorist level, which is only $5 a month. And you get access to hundreds of coloring pages and tons of resources, and you get a 10% discount on your purchase of this book. And secondly, if you become a Coloring Academy member, that will give you a 15% discount in our Coloring Bliss print shop and it's only $15 a month, and for that level you get hundreds of hours of coloring workshops and tutorials. It's amazing what you get for just 15 bucks. So follow the links and come learn about the different levels and join on up to support Coloring Bliss, Steve and I and little Sleepy Rose, so that we can keep doing awesome books like this. And speaking of that, if you love this idea and you have an idea for another volume, maybe a different theme than Spring Garden, please comment below. I would love to know your theme ideas. One suggestion by my nephew was to do like a seascape type theme where we could have seashells and different kinds of fish and waves and all these different things that could go into a seascape type book. So comment your theme ideas below. I'd love to know what we should do next. Okay, now I think it's finally time that I get to color the first image in the first page of the book. So I am just going to flip to page 1 and do the very top left image, which is this charming little birdhouse with a cute little bird in there. It's so cute. Reminds me of, we're in spring right now here in Utah, and the birds are out every morning. I can hear them, and oh, that's just so fun. So this is making me happy already, and we haven't even started. And what I'm going to do is do a time lapse, and I'll do a voiceover to explain the different steps that I do, but I'm going to use alcohol markers. They're quick and easy, and I just want a few minutes of creative bliss and not have to worry about all the details of a big coloring page. So this is perfect for me right now. But I do want to add a background. That's probably where I'm going to play, is really add a fun background. I'm not sure what to do yet. I'll have to think about it while I'm coloring the little house and the bird. The first thing I need to do is block out the borders of my illustration so that I can create a background when I'm ready. For that, I'm going to use some blue painter's tape. I cut it to shape and size, and then I tap each piece of tape up and down on my pant leg to knock off a little extra of the adhesive. Now, hopefully this will make it so I can remove the tape without causing any damage to the paper. Next up, I'm going to start coloring the illustration, and for this I'm going to use some alcohol markers in a variety of browns and grays and a little bit of red-orange for the bird. And I'm just going to have fun. I'm not going to worry too much about light source. I'm going to add a little shading here and there, but just have fun with the coloring. Now the next step is to add some white highlights, and I'm going to go to town with this. I'm going to have some fun with the highlights to really bring out the shape of the illustration. I first started with my Jelly Roll white pen, and it was just not laying down enough white for me, so then I switched over to an Ohuhu acrylic paint pen in white, and that worked much better. Got a much bolder white. I really like how it sets off the illustration. I reviewed these acrylic paint pens in my last video here on my channel, so come check it out if you'd like to learn about some acrylic paint pens by Ohuhu. Now for the background, I wanted to do an experiment. This is one of the reasons I love this new book, is I can try something brand new that I've never done before and not worry about ruining an illustration that took hours to color. So for the background, I pulled out my pastels, my soft chalk pastels, and I created a vignette effect using 2 different colors of blue and 2 different colors of green. And then here comes what the experiment was. I wanted to see, can you seal soft pastels with a product called Dorlands Wax Medium? It's a kind of wax that works really great for sealing gouache, but I didn't know how it would work with pastels. So that's what I'm experimenting with. Let's see how it turns out. Okay, my illustration is done. I just need to pull the tape, and then we're going to look closely at how that wax worked with the pastel on the background and see if that's a technique I want to do again. Now when I pull my tape, I generally pull it back on itself, and that usually prevents any tearing, especially with how we prepped the tape before we started. There we go. Perfect. No tearing. I shouldn't say that until it's all done, right? There. No tearing. beautiful. I love the crisp edge. And let's take a close look now at how the wax affected the pastel that I laid down. It kind of created like a watercolor effect. I don't know if I like it or not. What do you think? What I do like is that I was able to experiment on this illustration and not worry about hurting a big coloring page. But I think I like it. I think I like the watercolor effect. You'd have to be prepared, if I do it again, be prepared for the unpredictableness as you rub the wax onto it. So that was a really good experiment and I learned a lot. And it was lots of fun. Let me sign the illustration. Okay, it's done. One thing I wanted to mention is make sure you always put a blotting page behind the page you're working on, especially if you're using alcohol markers, because alcohol markers will bleed through even the thickest paper. It always bleeds through for me. So a little blotting page behind there will save your work and protect the next page. So there it is, my completed first illustration. Steve, you want to come see?
Oh yeah.
And you can erase the pastel. Some of the pastel got away from me here, but you can erase it. That's one reason I like pastel.
Oh,
what do you think?
So cute.
What do you think of my experimental background?
I like it.
I used this to seal it down, so I didn't have to use spray.
Oh, nice. I mean, I immediately knew what you were representing. And, oh, that's so
Look,
cute.
I smeared. Look what I did. I smeared. Again, so glad I'm in this book and not a big page that took me hours. I will just rewrite that. Pastels. I can't tell what it says. We'll have to go over it with white. But that's okay. That's what this book is for. This book is for me to experiment and enjoy. I hope you are excited about this book too. Come on over and order it. If we sell a lot, we'll do another volume because I already want more pages with more illustrations. It just makes me so happy and I can't wait to sit down when I just need 30 minutes or less of creative time. I have a place now that I can do that. So I'm so excited and I hope you are too. Thank you so much for watching and I hope you have a wonderful, colorful, blissful day. Bye-bye everyone.